Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel, and thank you so much for stopping by. Today, in today's new GTA 5 Online video, we're going to be going over the biggest and most major changes that Rockstar has brought into the game this week with the 5th and final week of the Halloween 2025 event here for GTA Online. Of course, this event will be ending next week on November the 5th, but the good news is the Halloween weather is disappearing earlier than that, so you don't need to wait throughout the whole entire week. It will be going away Monday. We're going to chat about that in just a little bit. But with all the different changes, the money bonuses, which are complete mid this week, they're repeats. There's nothing special here. Some of the discounts you want to check out, some of the rare and removed and limited time vehicles that are offered at in-game vendors, plus, you know, some last chances for some free items, a free almost $3 million supercar you can pick up. Same one as last week, but if you haven't had the chance, you still have a chance for a whole extra week and more. So we're going to jump into everything. And one of the vehicles you can see behind me right here, this beautiful, beautiful truck, we're going to talk about this one because it is on discount this week. So thank you guys so much for tuning back in, and let's get it started. All right, starting off, let's get the housekeeping items out of the way. The login rewards for this week. It just hit the Halloween weather for this time of day. Excuse me, I got to go over to my apartment to get rid of it while I record. But since I'm already here, let's just get this segment out of the way. The login rewards for this week consist of the following. We do have a t-shirt. It's the Dia de los Muertos t-shirt. You can get it under the seasonal top section. So here is the Dia de los Muertos t-shirt. And on the back of it, I believe, yes, we have this beautiful type of graphic and design. Looks really, really cool. Now, apologies. I'm looking for the floral as well as the romance calico masks for the Day of the Dead rewards, but I just literally can't find them in my inventory for some reason. They're just like not there. But an additional reward is the Halloween parachute bag you can also get for logging into the game. And then if you complete the UFO abduction event, which is getting abducted by one of the UFOs, you will receive the gray space interloper outfit. So that's another limited time rare reward, and probably all the stuff that you can get. I mean, we've seen a lot of this besides the outfit in years past, but this is probably your final opportunity to get it before GTA 6. And we'll probably have another Halloween event next year, and that will probably just continue because Rockstar just needs to, you know, schedule the tunable files for changing, and I'm sure they're just going to continue to do that as long as these servers are online, because I'm sure GTA 5 Online will still have a lot of players despite a new GTA being out. Obviously, that'll be their focus, the new one, but all this stuff can be run on autopilot. It doesn't need their actual development resources put towards it. But still, nonetheless, your final year to get this stuff before GTA 6, hopefully. And then just some other updates. The Halloween weather will continue until November the 3rd. It's not going to last for the entirety of this weekly event, so by Monday, it's going to disappear. And the slasher adversary mode, you know, the UFO appearances. I'm sure the UFO appearances may continue through the rest of the weekly update, but maybe those will disappear with the Halloween weather as well. We'll just have to see. When it comes to the bonuses for this week, it is a repeat week for the most part when it comes to these opportunities, you know, with content over the past couple weeks that have been on bonus. There's really nothing super exciting here, but we will go over it nonetheless. The Ramius Slasher Adversary mode is double money and double RP, but same with normal Slasher, I believe, as you can see right here. If you have GTA Plus, Slasher is also 2 times money for the entire month, so you're making 4 times because those 2 times bonuses with the normal weekly update and the GTA Plus bonuses stack, so that's kind of neat right there. The Jack-o'-lantern collectibles are also double money and double RP if you're participating in those. The community series jobs, like some of the death matches and the stunt races, these are double money and double RP. And then the Ludendorff Cemetery Survival as well. Only that particular one is triple money and triple RP for this week here in GTA Online. As you can see, the others aren't. And then the weekly challenge for this week is just winning 1 adversary mode, and you will make $200,000 for the weekly challenge. And in addition to that, you will unlock the gray hooded skull mask. When it comes to our vehicle discounts for this week in GTA, of course, we have all the Halloween vehicles for one last week: the LCC Sanctus, the Albany Lurcher, the Albany Frankenstange, the Classy Tornado Rat Rod, the Chariot Romero Hearse, plus the Arena War outfits for 30% off. But we also have some other vehicle discounts we need to talk about. Well, I guess the 100% off one, still you can get that Benefactor Krieger for $0 for absolutely free for another week. You can buy as many of these as you want. The Gallivanter Baller STD is 30% off. You can get this for $1.2 million right here. A beautiful bike, the Shih Tzu Hakuchou Drag, you can get for $683,200 on Legendary Motorsport for 30% off. Feel free to grab the Vapid Retinue Mark II for $1.134 million or $850,000 with the trade price. This can be turned into a weaponized vehicle, so that's pretty pretty sweet right there. The Ubermacht Sentinel Classic is also a car you can get for 30% off this week, and also those Halloween vehicles, like I said, 30% off. The Bravado Dorado, 30% off for $962,500. My favorite this week, the Vapid Cara 4x4, $612,000. It's based off like a crew cab F-150, but honestly, I love driving this thing around. I envision this thing for me the way I have it customized. I have it customized like one of those like Shelby Super Baja F-250s, even though it's not based off an F-250. It honestly looks really big compared to other vehicles in game. I absolutely love this truck so much. It's great off-road. Probably like a, maybe not a top 5, but like top 6 or 7 in my opinion at least. I mean, it's very close to top 5. Maybe the 5th best off-roader. I'm not too sure. And then on Warstock, we have a bunch of random discounts as well. Actually, I should probably scroll up first. The MOCs are on discount. I own one, so it's not showing up on discount. The renovations don't appear to be discounted, or any of the cabs or anything like that. Oh, maybe they are discounted. Okay, the upgrades and modifications appear to be discounted, so that's kind of cool. Oh wait, no, maybe not. Am I tripping? This is discount. One of the cabs is discounted. You can see that. Or maybe it's just because it's a cheaper cab and I have the more expensive one. I'm not too sure of what's going on right there. But either way, the MOCs are on discount on Warstock this week. I don't know why this is on discount, but the Bug Stars burrito, the classy Bug Stars burrito, is on discount, $418,000 or $315K with the trade price, 30% off. An almost meaningless discount. I don't know who's gonna buy this, but this is what I wanted to see, just like some random vehicles, because we get the same discounts on repeat over and over within, you know, half a year or a full year's time frame. I'd like to see random and more frequent cars discounted. Like, just, you know, let's get some more variety in the amount of discounts and the amount of limited time rare vehicles we see return to the game too. The Vom Führer anti-aircraft trailer is $1.3 million or $980K with the trade price at 30% off this week while it's on discount. And then I believe this is not the Vapid Wastelander, the MTL Wastelander. This is 30% off. You can get this for $460K or $346K with the trade price. 30% off as well. Here at the Diamond Casino and Resort, ladies and gentlemen, your podium vehicle for this week is the Ocelot Penetrator, which is pretty interesting because we usually don't see this vehicle like featured in a weekly update at all, but just a few weeks ago, we actually just saw it on discount, and now it's the podium vehicle for the week. This was a vehicle that originally released with the Import-Export DLC, $880,000 purchase price, I believe. It was rare and removed from in-game websites for a while, but I believe it was brought back. I don't know if it was brought back with the Agents of Sabotage update or money fronts, but if we go down to the Import-Export vehicle section, yes, okay, it looks like it's back. So yeah, $880,000. I forget if it actually was removed or not, though. I believe it was. I swear it was, because I reviewed it a lot in my removed vehicles section of videos. But maybe I was just talking about it when it was on discount back then. I don't know. Either way, high top speed for its class. It's a very strong pick for supercar races. I mean, it's not going to be top of its class, but it's still good. Impressive acceleration, very good handling, great track presence, at least I believe. And I love the look of it. Look at this elongated body of this vehicle. You get really good maneuverability with that, or for that, I should say. Can oversteer a little bit during the sharpest corners that you take, and high speeds, you're prone to power sliding, but it's still very fun to drive. And the history is awesome with this vehicle. It's modeled after the Jaguar XJ220, so it's an iconic 90s supercar design that stands out in a crowd. Honestly, just as infamous, I would say, or almost as infamous as the Progen GP1 and the McLaren F1 back in its day. And this is just a good car for experienced drivers in the game who just want something fun and thrilling to drive. So, with that said, let's go to the lucky wheel, spin it up. Can we get lucky? We shall see. All right, vehicle's going around again. Ooh, no, we're not even gonna be close. 7,500 RP though, I will take that. I like ranking up. This beauty right here is the LS Car Meet prize ride for this week. It is the Ocelot Ardent, and in order to unlock this vehicle, the prize ride challenge is easy cheesy this week. Just place top 2 in an LS Car Meet series race, and you will unlock this vehicle. You don't need to do it for multiple consecutive days in a row. Nothing like that. Just enter a drag race with one other player. You can win or come in second or last, and you will be just fine as long as you're top 2. And so that is pretty sweet this week. This is a pretty solid vehicle. Performance and handling wise, strong acceleration, stable mid-speed handling, I would say. Like, it's good enough. And understeer is going to become a little bit more noticeable the higher and higher in speed you get. Braking wise, solid braking power in my opinion. You could still stop really quickly, controlled corner corrections, all of that. Combat features, we have some sick stuff. This comes equipped with dual front-facing machine guns, which is going to be good for players in PvP if you're just in the free roam, or, you know, light vehicles, normal cars, stuff like that. If you're facing armored targets, that's not what the guns are for, of course. Design-wise, it's based off the Lotus Spirit, and it blends, you know, you get that classic sports car aesthetic, but honestly, it's subtle, but it's very aggressive. I love the body lines on this vehicle, like a little bit boxy, but still very angular and sleek, sort of like the Ocelot Penetrator in a sense with the elongated body. And as a free prize ride, I love it. I absolutely love it. I think it's definitely worth owning. It's like the vanilla version of the Stromberg or the Toreador. This thing can't go underwater or anything like that, but it kind of reminds me of those vehicles if they were just like non-submersible in a sense. At the salvage yard, let's check out the vehicle robberies for this week in GTA Online. This Vapid Ellie right here is the standard range vehicle for the week, featured in the McToney robbery. The Lampadati Casco is this week's mid-range vehicle, featured in the Duggan robbery. And then we wrap up with the Trifade Thrax, featured in the cargo ship robbery. These are all available through November the 5th. None of them are claimable. Here at Simeon's Premium Deluxe Motorsport and Car Dealership, and this in-game vendor for the week, we have the three vehicles that have been here the entire month. They continue just in different colors. The Chariot Romero Hearst, the Declassy Tornado Rat Rod, along with the Albany Frankenstein. We reviewed the performance of these. You can check out any of my other previous weekly updates where we talked about it, specifically the first week where I go into the utmost detail with these, along with the other Halloween vehicles like the LCC Sanctus and the Albany Lurcher, which are also on sale along with these. But let's talk about the two new ones, newly rotated ones for this week in here right now. We have the Grotti GT500, which is featured here. This is a really cool sports classic. You get excellent handling, super stylish design in my opinion. It's pretty good for beginners who want something responsive, but also really just easy to drive. It's not going to lead the pack in the acceleration or top speed department, but it's very easy to control on all sorts of terrain and all sorts of weather, whether it's the rain or, of course, the snow when we get it later this year for Christmas. And it's just a pretty good choice. You get good value, and there's really no negative with this vehicle. Maybe the price point, $813,000. I don't think it's a ripoff, but I feel like it could be more beginner friendly if it was cheaper. Then we have the Dubachi 770, based on the Aston Martin 177. This is awesome. This is a sports car with a super high top speed. It's one of the more rare sports cars because it has a 6-speed gearbox. Most of the sports cars in this game are 5-speed, believe it or not. A little bit heavier. It's rear-wheel drive. That's going to limit your traction as well as your acceleration. But like I said, based on that Aston Martin 177, and you get awesome luxury with some great performance here. Really, really good looking car. If you want to pick this one up, it's going to run you $705,260. So $100,000 cheaper than that, which is kind of interesting right there. Also at the LS Car Meet, when it comes to your test drive vehicles for the week, we do have these three offerings. Two of them are rare and removed, or they're featured back in the game for limited time this week. One of them you can get off in-game websites, so we'll just go over that real fast. That is the Inus Stafford. It used to be rare and removed, and then Rockstar again brought it back, either with the Agents of Sabotage DLC or with the Money Fronts update earlier this summer. I forget which. I haven't been paying attention to which cars have been brought back and when, but I know a bunch have been brought back over the last two DLCs. So this car, it's very, very similar to the Albany Roosevelt and the Albany Roosevelt Valor. You know, you get decent acceleration, satisfying enough top speed for a vehicle of its age, but it's heavy, it's got rear-wheel drive, oversteer at high speed, very unstable, like bombing a turn. Obviously, it's not a sports car, it's not meant for that, but it's based on some really cool luxury classics like the 1959 Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud, and you also get some design elements from the Jaguar Mark 9. If you do want to pick this thing up, it is going to run you $1,272,000. Like I said, you can get it off in-game websites, but if you want this customization, you can get it from the LS Car Meet. The two rare and removed vehicles that are featured back for limited time. We have this Vapid Blade right here. Supercar rivaling acceleration with this vehicle. I love the Blade. You get super good durability. It's inspired by that 1965 Ford Falcon, so you have to drive this very carefully because the handling is kind of unique. You get a little bit of understeer. It's kind of challenging for a muscle car, but it's still excellent. And if you do want to pick this thing up, it is rare and removed. You can only get it from here this week, $160,000. I really see the value in getting it this week if you have not already. Then we have the beautiful car right here, the Pegassi Vaca. It's a very, very well-rounded. Would you consider this a sports car, or is this a supercar? Either way, fast acceleration, really precise handling, pretty good for like maneuvering through traffic and escaping the police and stuff like that. A little bit of wheel spin off the line, but very durable, very stylish in my opinion. It's a very understated and underrated choice. Like, if you were driving this in this game, you have good taste. And if you do want to pick it up, it's going to run you $240,000. Fun location for the gun van in GTA Online today. If you're watching on Thursday, October the 30th, we're located out here in the Alamo Sea for this particular day, and I'll zoom in on the map so you can find the location. When it comes to the gun van stock and selection, it's the same kind of stuff we've seen in weeks past, but the main discounted weapon is the battle rifle this week. You can get this for 30% off. The combat shotgun is featured here, and then all the Halloween weapons, the shocker, the widowmaker, the up and atomizer, and the unholy hellbringer are 50% off for GTA Plus members. The stun gun featured here is 30% off for GTA Plus members. By the way, the shocker, the only way to get this is either get abducted by aliens and complete that event. I'm actually not sure if you can get it through the event this year, but that's how you got it last year when it was a new DLC weapon. You have to buy it from the gun van otherwise, though. It's been featured here all month long. Make sure to pick it up. And get the up and atomizer as well. That's really worth it. And get the stun gun as well. That's good for the bail office bounty targets and bounty hunting, of course. We are going to be wrapping everything up right here, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you so much for watching today's video. If you guys did go on to enjoy it and you found the information helpful, consider dropping a like on this video, as it does help it out and push it to more people. Consider subscribing to the channel if you guys are brand new and you want to see more GTA 5 online content like this. And also check me out over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, specifically twitch.tv/hazardoushdtv for more GTA 5 online money grinding live streams. It is the GTA 6 waiting room over on there. You can also feel free to check out my YouTube shorts, TikToks, and Instagram reels. I upload daily short form content along with long form in these videos, so if you want some short form rapid fire tips, tricks, news, updates, guides, leaks, and more, I have that content coming out every single day for you as well. With all that said, have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Adios, amigos.